There we go. We got audio. And it is Bannerlord weekend once again. For those of you who have watched my channel the past few weeks, you know that I've been streaming Destiny 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Bannerlord on Saturdays and Sundays. So, because of that stream schedule, what happens is that, and I think this is good for the nature of this style of game, I will play Bannerlord on my own offline throughout the week. And so the stuff that has occurred between my last stream and now is that, let's see, my last stream, I was about to purchase a shop. And I had just leveled up my army to be, yeah, that's what it was. I had just leveled my army to be, I guess, like the template that I wanted. And hey, Crime, how you doing, man? And Crimson, I mean, I had just leveled up my army into the template that I wanted it to be, but what I had forgotten about is the cost of that. And so I was not able to raise enough money. I wasn't making enough to go buy a shop. I did things kind of in reverse. I made the army the way that I wanted it to, but it was expensive now, and I should have got the shop first. So during the week, what I had to do was I had to actually get rid of everything. I had to ditch all my troops and kind of start over again. And then I came down here to Zionica, and I bought a beer factory. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Beer workshops became pretty much the best ones during some kind of a patch that happened close to when, well, I think it happened when the game went live. Okay, Cry. Gotcha. If you go to trade here and you mouse over this little hand with the hammer in it, it'll tell you what the villages attached to this town are and what they produce. So in this case, we have a village that is dedicated to raising horses, Cantarian chargers specifically. And then we have two villages that provide grain. Now, grain is used to turn into beer. So because we have two villages that are producing grain, this is a good place to have a brewery. So I went into the town and I bought the brewery. So that now we have a brewery in Zionica, making 170 gold a month. This stuff spins up over time. And it depends on a whole bunch of stuff, like trade and whether or not there's a lot of bandit activity around it, or if the town is under siege and stuff like that. So then I came up here to Rote. And I bought the brewery at Rote. Actually, I think I bought a wine shop and converted it into a brewery for the same reason. Thercynian and Leblinian both provide grain. So this is another good town to have grain in. I'm just now noticing they have a silversmith. There's no reason that they're not providing silver. Okay, now traditionally I like to buy a silversmith and Orticia because they do actually have one. This town right here provides silver, but Valandia has taken it over. Also, if you notice, whenever I opened up my clan page and showed you the other brewery, Rote, it was at +0. Now it's just now hit +6, and this has jumped up to +166. The reason this is just now at +6, even though I've owned this brewery for a while, is because up until recently, this was taken over first by the Batanians, and then it recently went through they rebelled, and so they became independent. And they were independent for a while because the Western Empire is under siege right now. Let's see who all we're at war with. Philandia and Batania, and Batania has just recently declared war again. We were at war with, I don't remember if it was, I think it was the Southern Empire. So, we were fighting multiple front wars. So this area remained neutral under that rebel faction for a while. Well, as long as it's not owned with the faction that you're aligned with, you can't make money. So that is just now starting to produce for me. So here's how we look financially. We're making +180 off of the mercenary contract. We're making +172 for the workshop income. And then main party wages are -440. So the expected change is -88, but of course we are fighting stuff and then we're selling loot and prisoners and stuff like that. And this isn't factoring that in. So I'm up to almost 66,000 gold. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to Amitatis, because if you notice, we have 2 of 3 workshops, so I can buy a 3rd workshop, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And then I'll show you my my army composition. Garios remarks on your growing reputation and asks if you would consider pledging yourself as a vassal of Garios. You should speak in person if you are interested. Huh. I don't really want to become a vassal yet. I want to continue playing the mercenary game for a little while longer. But maybe during tomorrow's stream we might take him up on that. Okay, so we're gonna go to trade. Mouse over here and see what we got. We've got 2 breweries in this town. That's bad. Because we will be competing with each other. Alipa provides grain. Phasos provides chargers. This town is not a great town to buy. It only has 2 producers. Alipa, where's Phasos? Right here. Okay, I don't want... So I'm not going to buy a 3rd shop yet. Now I could get it in another factions town, so I could buy one in Poros, for example. But the moment that we went to war, my income would be set to 0 for a little bit. So maybe that's kind of the risk you take, and that's just all part of normal economics. But if I'm going to do that, I would rather own the silver producer over here in Ortesia in the hopes that we would eventually take this back. And of course, it wouldn't make sense to buy right now because we're at war with Volandia. So I'm going to put that on the back burner. Let's look at troop composition. Okay, so you can see that I have a total of 6 horsemen now. And I have 4 more Vigla recruits. So we will eventually get to 10. I have a total of 50 troops on me. We will eventually be at 10 cavalry. I have 16 Imperial Legionaries, and I'm trying to get that number up to 20. So then sitting behind them, I have 2 veteran infantrymen, 2 trained infantrymen, and 2 imperial infantrymen. Once I reach 20 here, then we'll begin with the Manavlians, which are the 2-handed shock troops. And then I have my archer brigade here, 11 Palatine guards, 1 veteran archer, and 2 imperial. This number here should be at 15. And I have 14, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this recruit will have to become an archer. So that's how I'm set up. Let's the last thing I want to look at before we go hunting is how we're set up here. The most recently I got this in some loot, ring mail barding. So my my horse armor has taken a step up. And it looks like it's just a half barding. Although it doesn't say that in the name. Okay. We have the Askarat still. I'm rocking strapped mail chassis. We could use an upgrade there. Reinforced padded mittens. Fine heavy ring mail. Scale shoulder guards. These 2 are pretty good. And a lordly iron round kettle over leather. That's not bad also. So these 2 are the areas that I need upgrades in. And then Guzid and Gulasin. Gulasin's starting to look pretty good. And Guzid is an archer. He doesn't really need fantastic stuff. But he's actually got better leg armor than I do. So that's how we're looking. Let's go look for trouble. Let's maybe help out right here. Ooh, never mind. Yeah, that's not a good match for us right now. Cultists. Maybe we can trail the armies. Yeah, Cry, I jumped on a couple times yesterday and I didn't see you guys on for Destiny 2. I was planning on running with you guys, and it wasn't a streaming night for me, so you know, we could say whatever we wanted to say. That wouldn't be a problem. But I just, both times that I jumped on, I think I saw you on once, but you were doing something else. No, I saw that guy on. And I think he was streaming, but I don't know if he was streaming Destiny 2. Yeah, let's go look for trouble and then never mind. Yeah, that was a bad match for us. That wouldn't be trouble. That would be a butt kicking. But yeah, I guess it was just bad timing. I was not on at the right time when you 2 were working at whatever you worked on yesterday. I assume you guys got together. So sorry about that. But I wanted you to know that I didn't just ditch out on you. I just simply, the 2 times I checked, I didn't see you guys. All right, here we go. Let's attack Cult Militia. So they're actually kind of strong for being only 20. And it looks like they're going to be mostly mounted. So we're going to use the square formation.
Soldiers, in the square!
You know what? This is pretty fantastic for anti-cav, but I have something else that I've used. It's a little bit hard to see, which means it's probably even harder to see on YouTube. Here we go.
Spread out!
Okay, so I'm going to set my archers up here.
Infantry, form up.
And then
Wall, now.
put my infantry right behind them. Make them into one line of
Move
shield
out.
wall.
Move. Forward. Move.
And I put them right up on them. Now, what happens is that when the cavalry charges the archers, which they will really want to do, they're going to hit them, but they're going to go through and they're going to wind up right in my shield wall. And it's going to jack them up. It's going to mess them up. They'll get stuck here. They'll get hit by the pole arms and stuff like that. So
Riders, to me. Make a skin.
all right, so this is a close packed, hard hitting, heavy cavalry formation. So, you know what? They don't have as much cav as I expected. All right, well, what this means is I need to send my infantry forward.
Move to enemy.
Because they're going to take a defensive position. Since they're the weaker team. We might end up using... no, never mind.
Arrows! Follow your sergeants! Follow me!
Okay. So arrows are operating autonomously. Infantry is closing ranks in a shield wall. We're going to take the cav and start wiping out their cav. Okay, I took the camel down. Okay, this is where things could get dicey. I want to make sure I don't lead my cavalry through their troops. So I'm going to double back this way. It's a nice looking map with a lake. I don't think I've ever fought on this map before. Oh, here he is. He's making a charge for my my archers. Oh, I missed him. Oh, he went down? No, he did not go down. Oh, I thought I was going to lead him good enough there. That would have been really cool, too. Oh, take that. Okay, now we're going to begin taking apart their archers.
Riders, charge!
Okay, I've unleashed my cavalry. Oh boy, lots of trees. A desert immortal is not immortal. Oh yeah. Somebody lost an arm right there. Alright, looks like we win. I was on after Guy, but was helping Yale do Lightfall campaign. Okay. Then switch to Overwatch, and don't hesitate to message if you want us or me to join up or something. Ah, okay. Will do. Tab, We did have one death. It was one of the Vigla recruits. So I will have to replace him. We had 8 level ups as well. It's tempting to recruit these guys, but I really like to just stick with standard, you know. I want to get through this game like about as vanilla as I'm willing to play it. I've never beaten this game before, and then I'll start toying around with mixed I guess infantry tactics and different factions blended together and stuff like that. All right, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have okay, so these now can start, from this point forward, they can start to level up into the Manavlians. Manavlia 10. All right, who else we got? Veteran Archer and 1 Vigla recruit has leveled up into an Imperial Equite. Okay, we have upgrades. A better sword. I have a one-handed arming sword now. He just upgraded, so it's flowing downhill. He got my old sword, and this guy already has better than he's got the same long saber. Okay, so then grab everything else. And we will head back. These are all villagers and caravans. Durthur, that's the king. I don't have enough troops to take him down. If I were these guys, I would have gone straight for the head. That was the Valandian king, and he's only got 150 troops on him. Oh yeah, I needed a Vigla recruit. Now, my preference used to be that whenever I got to this stage, the first group that I went after were these guys, the traders. To try, I don't know if it actually worked out this way, but my idea was to cripple the enemy army's economy by hitting their trade caravans. But now I don't know if I have the kind of speed that I would need, because these guys are always really, really fast.
Stop there, stranger. I bid you peace. I'd wish you peace and prosperity, but of course I don't want that.
Warriors! Sergeants! Bowmen! Take over command! Riders! On my flank!
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Cry. I think I was muted. I think I tried to unmute and I didn't get it all the way. So, all right. So what I was explaining then during this fight was that normally I like to do cavalry versus cavalry, and that the Valandian cavalry, when speaking about offense, they are lethal. They have couched lance. They hit really hard. The cavalry troops are the strength of their army. But the Imperials, which is what I am, we have the cataphracts. And I'll show you what that's patterned after the Byzantine Empire. This guy right here is a cataphract. And they may not be as good offensively, but they're not bad by any means. They're, especially with that lance, they're pretty strong. But the big thing about them is that they're so armored, they're like tanks. And so because they don't tend to get killed over the course of a battle, the damage over time quotient ends up being pretty similar to the Valandians because they're so survivable. The Valandians aren't nearly as defensive as the cataphracts are. And so normally I like to do cavalry versus cavalry, but on this map, on both of the flanks, we had a lot of woods. And it's a little bit of a pain in the neck to fight cav inside woods when you yourself are cav, because you can't get up to speed. So I broke out and started hitting their archers, and we whittled them down. But you can see they did their damage also. So they fought well. But thanks for the heads up, Cry. Let's see. It's Crimson. I'm trying to train myself to say that. Crimson. Let's see. Ascaron party 5 deaths, 8 wounded. I lost 3 Imperial veteran infantrymen. Okay, so that's unfortunate. We had 7 Imperial legionaries that were wounded. So we'll grab the prisoners. Oh, I will take that Imperial cataphract. I will take all 5 infantrymen. And there we go. Okay. We have upgrades. I got new gloves. 20 armor instead of, I think the previous one was 18. New gloves, new weapon. In the second slot, new shield. Okay. Nice. And new weapon. I really should be leveling him up before I level my archer up. I just can't seem to get into the habit of doing it. Oh, and I got a banner for him too. This guy leads my frontline troops. This is our medic. And he now has Banner of Oaken shields, decreased taken shield damage. So their shields are stronger than most shields. Okay, we're going to grab all that. Go to Tavern, Ransom, Trade. So I don't know what became of Durthert. If I had captured him, I might have seriously considered beheading him. And that's like kind of no-no. You take serious reputation penalties over that. This there is, like, in this game, there seems to be like a kind of a chivalric code going on. But if you take the heads of nobles, you can completely neuter an entire faction because they have less and less experienced people leading their troops. You're taking the heads off of the heads of families. You know, and so you are literally decapitating the leadership of an entire nation, and it leads to their collapse. So that is definitely a tactic you can undergo, but if you have designs on forming your own kingdom, all you're doing is pissing everybody off, and nobody's going to want to join you when you declare your independence. So somebody else got Dirthert, and we were not even in a position to make that choice. Nadia's got 852 troops. Man. Nadia might be who I try and get married to if she's not already married. But once we become a vassal, that's what I'm going to be doing, is looking for a spouse. Okay, so we need more. We need more looters that we can level up on. And I'm now carrying 51 troops because I picked up an extra horseman with that cataphract. Maybe I can take this guy down. Oh, here's looters. I'd rather go after them.
We got no quarrel.
Ah, I still lost a guy. That's surprising. A Palatine guard. We got 4 levels up. Yeah, Crimson. Dang, marriage. And yes, take the nobles. All right, so we will take them on. This Imperial Heavy Horseman can level up to an Imperial Cataphract. These 3 infantrymen can level up to trained infantrymen. And this archer can become a trained archer. And now maybe I can take on Eutheros.
Oi, sorry, I don't think I know you.
Well, we're heavily... Yeah, we should be able to wipe them out. Let's actually let them go and wait for daytime. Also, I want them to get away from this village. So that I can fight them on more open ground, even though they are in forest. Ah. Okay. Let's go after them now. We should catch them in the plains. Well, we caught them in forest. Okay. We'll take them on this time.
Footmen! Get moving! Make a shield woman! Scatter! Archers! Get moving! Onwards!
Let's see, how can I set up? I'm going to have to aggress them because they're the weaker. So they're going to set up defensively. I'll just put my archers up here.
Horse! Keep close! Footmen! Onward! Close in!
Okay, so my infantry troops are closing ranks now. Closing the distance. My archers are already firing. Oh, they're coming to me. Oh.
Infantry! Forward! Shoulder to shoulder!
Reposition, boys. Reposition. Quickly, quickly, quickly.
Bowmen! Archers! Move! Forward! Warrior! Move out! Forward! Arm shield! Form a shield wall! Horses! Scheme formation!
Okay, so we're going to very patiently roll off to their flank here. Okay, let's speed this up. That doesn't work for speeding up. I'm trying to watch two things at once. Yeah, that's your way. Oh. Heavy cav charging right into their backs. Oh, they didn't do that because I didn't select cavalry. I selected my archers. My archers are on the button that I normally have assigned to cavalry. I'm trying to relearn how I have my troops assigned. That would have been really glorious, but we took them down anyway, so we didn't lose anybody. We had 2 level ups. You are my prisoner now. This guy's got crazy eyes. Look at that, man. No color almost. It's a very, very, very light amber. He almost looks like Nosferatu. All right. We'll grab all that. 15, 16. Yeah, we need to do that. And hit done. Upgrade, what did he get? He got new gloves. Nice. All right, so we're up to 78.6K. We're making 540 on our mercenary contract. 163 in workshop income. Jalmaris is under siege. Let's go check that out. That might be something that we can help with. Oh, I lost a troop. All right, we're doing good on food. We're up to 82,000. Well, there is a fight happening. That, I think, is in our favor. Yeah. Let's temp save it. Just in case I end up being wrong about the numbers. And help pitch in. Yeah, it's in our favor. Look at how good their troops are, man. We have a sizable numbers advantage, but their quality of troops are a lot better because that's still a 50-50. Okay.
Footmen! Sergeants, take warrior! Follow your hear me! Stay close!
Alright, same thing. My archers and my infantrymen are placed under autonomous control so that they will follow the bulk of the rest of the army. I see more open plains out this way, so let's head over here. Cav is with me. Oh boy, see, I got lanced hard. I mean, I hit, but I got hit also. These guys are no joke, man. You're playing with fire when you're attacking Valandian Cav. Oh, just missed him. Dang it, man. Just not in good enough position. That's a lot of Valandian Cav. Oh boy, I almost lost my head there. I went right between 2 Valandians that had their lances lowered. Okay, got him. That was dangerous also. Yay.
Leave not one breathing!
Okay, I've unleashed my cav. I think I could be dragging them through Valandian cavalry charges, which increases their likelihood of dying. And by letting them operate autonomously, they can kind of make the choice on their attack vectors. Oh my gosh, it's the middle of a charge. Oh shoot. That was a lot of cav. I'm down below half health. Oh, my horse got hit hard. Oh my gosh. Yep. See what I mean, man? It's crazy. Oh, the Valandians are winning. It's a very close. Nemos is one of our nobles. It's potential. There is potential that our character just died on the battlefield. That can happen in this game. That's why you want to get married and have kids. But it seems I've never personally seen it happen. We're always wounded. Okay, it looks like we have the upper hand narrowly right now, and that's very subjective. It depends on how you see these bars. It's razor thin, man. They look like they have maybe a slight advantage. Toggle scoreboard. 242 kills for the Valandian side. We only have 153 kills, man. We've lost a lot more troops than them. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, now it's clearly in their favor. Well, that's probably all she wrote. Let's go ahead and fast forward it. That's a fight we never ever should have lost. Dang it, man. We had the numbers advantage, but they had the quality of troops advantage. Probably means we're going to get taken prisoner. We could lose our whole army. Ooh, Nemos went down. Nemos is down. Now we're watching Apis. I mean, it's still it wasn't a wipeout. They punched above their weight class. The quality of troops that they had really tilted into their favor. But you can see by the bars, this has been a tough scrap. gosh, it's back to even. Oh! Okay, those are not very high quality troops there. There's a lot of them, but they're pretty low quality. That's a bunch of recruits out there. Yeah, and they're getting treated that way too. You can see the bar shifting into Valandia's favor once again. It does look like we broke their cav. Are they off in the distance? Oh, here they are. Never mind. I was going to say, if we broke the Valandian cav, they're in serious trouble. But we did not. They still have sizable numbers. Ooh. Apis lost his horse, but... Okay, down goes Apis. So all of our lords are off the field, because we're now following an Imperial cataphract. Everybody's been wounded or they've retreated. And that's it. The Valandians take the day. That sucks. They had 216 losses. We had 571. Look at their kills, man. Almost 1,000. I lost 22 troops. Several cav, but mostly in the front lines, if that makes sense. And we've been captured. And then they let us go immediately, but what that means is we have no army. That sucks. Oh, that really, really sucks. All right, well, that's probably where I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, because now I've got a bunch of leveling up to do. I've got to put the army back together, hopefully before tomorrow night's stream. I think I'm going to I have a skill point here, so I'm going to put it into one-handed. Man, that's how it goes. I gotta eat that pill, man. I don't like it. Save as. We're gonna save over YouTube 1. Yeah, Crimson. We'll come back. Right, we got to start at the bottom again, but we're gonna have to be stubborn about it, and this is what being competitive is all about. So we'll pick it up again tomorrow night. In the interim, hopefully, as long as I don't get burnt out on it or anything, I'll play this game offline, and I will build up another unit of 50, and hopefully be about similar strength as to what I was here. I guess the plus side is that we'll be making a lot of money now. You can see we're at plus 521 because we're not paying any troops. And my reputation has raised to a level where I'm getting higher tier recruits. So we don't have to start at the very, very bottom anymore, or as often. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Crimson, I will check the group chat and see what's going on. But I do have a lot to do on this game today, so we'll see. Okay, I need to go eat right now, and then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm either going to be playing this game, or depending on what I see in the chat, maybe I'll hop onto Destiny 2, but I wouldn't count on it. I've got a lot to do on this game. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Thanks for dropping by. Anybody who jumped in, Crimson specifically, thanks for the chats. Helps with the algorithm. And I will see you all later. Take care and good night.